Advance to reach heaven. Retreat to know hell. Their fervid shouts hurtled across the bay of Naniwa, spurring the men to fight and do battle and promising them that battle alone was their road to salvation. A century had passed since the Onin War, which precipitated this epoch of civil strife, and not a single corner of Japan lay untouched by bloodshed. During this time, sundry clans both flourished and fell to ruin. Starvation, disease, and war begot one another, suffusing the world of the living with unceasing misery. If one wished to escape this suffering, they were to march and engage the enemy, then perish in combat. Then they would doubtless find peace in paradise. The shouting continued without pause. Advance to reach heaven. Retreat to know hell. In Osaka's Setsu province, followers of one true Pure Land Buddhism offshoot gathered and constructed a large edifice for their prayerful devotion to Amida, or the Amitabha Buddha. They dubbed it Honganji because they had been impelled by the tumult of the times to build ditches and earthen ramparts. It was now difficult to tell if their stronghold was a temple or a castle. 8 years had passed since arms, armor, and provisions were carried in, and 8 years had passed since the head priest issued his proclamation, expelling all those who deigned not to participate in this battle to protect the Buddha's teachings. They aimed to defeat their would-be conqueror, Oda Nobunaga. The notoriously rascally and gossipy youths of Kyoto sought distraction through rumors and tittle-tattle. Though there was much anxious pondering as to which side would win, Honganji had no real chance of victory, no matter how impregnable Osaka proved, and so Honganji joined forces with a Maori clan. Oda Nobunaga, who was on the heels of driving off Takeda and Uesugi, was on the upswing. The great Maori clan, meanwhile, had already laid claim to 10 provinces. None yet knew how this battle would unfold. According to the gossip, it would be a spectacle either way. The year was 1578, or the 6th year of the Tensho era, and it was the 11th month. Osaka was a city surrounded by fortresses and fortifications. Oda stood victorious against the true Pure Land Ikko-Ikki uprising in Echizen province and Ise province. But he was yet unable to rout Osaka. His forces built numerous fortresses surrounding Osaka and reconstructed the castles that were already there to be more robust, almost as though to stem the torrent of Nembutsu chants flowing out of Honganji. The strongholds of Tennoji and Owada had changed as well, but there was no greater such change than was carried out in the castle of the town of Itami, which lay half a day by foot north of Osaka. Not just the drudges and laborers, but also the samurai hauled the stones to fashion the new castle, the thinking behind which differed from the former iteration. In the land of the rising sun, the purpose of a castle was not to defend a settlement. Rather, it was to lodge one's forces and to fend off enemy attacks. As such, many castles were built along highways, atop peaks, or at other places removed from the habitations of the common folk. The new castle at Itami, however, was different. Ditches and wooden fencing totally encircled the town. An abattis on the perimeter cut the town off, effectively making it part of the castle as its outer citadel. The enormous castle on the gently sloping land of Hokusetsu, or northern Setsu, might have been confused for a hill made by human hands. The Jesuit padre Louis Froisse called the fortress superb and utterly splendid. Its name was changed to Arioka Castle. At present, people, horses, and cattle were forming lines and lugging heavy bags into Arioka.